Crashed my McLaren, crashed my dirt bike like twice since then. Ended up in the hospital both times. Just so much stuff happens to me. Whatever, it's life. It's like God's teaching me a million lessons so early on.
Everything, bro. When I met this girl, I was making $1.5 million a month. Now, I'm making probably a tenth of that. Like, what the happened?
You know Jack Doherty? Bro, you know he was texting Piper and like asking her like if she's setting up. He said, I could make you double the...
Jack Doherty, I'm a good man. I don't need anything. Oh, yeah.
They say that you're pushing underage girls into OnlyFans. Is that?
Girls can't.
Jack Dye's downfall seems to be getting worse with each passing day. This is the same guy who once made hundreds of thousands of dollars a month, sometimes even crossing the $1 million mark. Now, it appears he's back living at his parents' place. So, what happened to the 35 properties he claimed were all rented out? Reports are also surfacing that his father only earns somewhere between $10,000 and $15,000 a month. So, with Jack staying there, is that income enough to cover his lifestyle? Can he even keep up with his expenses now? And what's next for him, especially since he's refusing to admit guilt to any allegations about his agency, including claims that he approached underage girls? People are accusing him of pushing girls towards OnlyFans. Is that even possible? That's just... Could there be something in the works that might actually land Jack Dye in legal trouble? There's a ton of shocking news around him, so let's break it all down. We all know Jack Dye has always been one of the shadiest streamers out there. In fact, he's openly admitted that many of his controversial stunts online were done purely for attention and views. Just listen to what he said on his recent appearance on the Bradley podcast show. What type of hate do you get? A lot. Social media is nothing like real life, and people don't get that. I play a persona online, and that's what brings the attention, the views, the money, and the lifestyle. People don't understand that. But yeah, I'm a bad guy at the end of the day. I just want to keep living this life and doing what I have to do, but I also want to do it the right way. Honestly, Jack, how shameless can you be? At least you're confirming exactly what people accuse you of, being a clout chaser, hungry for attention, willing to stir chaos just for the spotlight. When someone openly admits this, what more is left to say? People like this eventually face the reality they've been running from. Remember, this is the same Jack Dye who, after his McLaren crash and getting banned from Kick, was back to pulling stunts just days later to stay relevant. Just like the time he pretended to be the victim of a $300,000 chain snatching in LA, right in front of his own bodyguard, and acted like it 100% real. Who knows? He might have staged the whole thing himself for attention. After all, that incident got him millions of views. Story views are cracked. I had over 800,000 views in 24 hours after getting robbed. 1 million story views. Insane. But after losing almost everything, Jack now admits that maybe these are lessons from God and that all his losses came too soon. My McLaren crashed. My dirt bike crashed twice. I was in the hospital both times. I crashed my boat, my Can-Am, my relationship. Recently, I got robbed. It's just one thing after another. God's teaching me so many lessons early on, and I'm grateful for it. Looking at his face during that moment, you realize this is the same man who earned from gambling, promoting OnlyFans, shady deals, and just about every controversial hustle out there. Now he's talking about regret and faith. Not saying people can't change, but when Jack Dye starts talking like this, it's hard not to doubt him. So far, there's no sign of any real change. Soon after, he pulled yet another questionable stunt online. And then came the serious allegations that he tried recruiting underage girls for his OnlyFans agency. He was texting Piper, asking if she's setting up, said he could make her double. And then CPS even investigated his home along with several people tied to him. But in his podcast, Jack denied it all. Girls can't sign up for OnlyFans if they're underage. It's physically impossible. You need a passport, ID, tax ID, all of it. So the allegation is stupid. You just can't do that. So, Jack, do you think people are just jealous and making false claims? I don't think so. I'm not saying whether he did it or not, but let's be real. For people like Jack Dye, society takes the hit. His business is recruiting girls for OnlyFans and promoting them because that's where the money is for him. And Jack himself has admitted he started his agency to become financially stable. After high school, I moved from New York to LA, rented a $25,000 a month place on Rodeo Drive. I was making 30 to 40 cal a month from YouTube, but expenses were high. I needed more income. That's when I started managing OnlyFans models. I was 18. So yes, Jack Dye is helping push society in the wrong direction. Just look at examples like Lil Tay, Sophie Rain, or Bad Baby, making millions in hours with people like Jack promoting them. It's toxic influence for the younger generation. And while youth is getting corrupted, Jack's pockets are filling. People like this need to be held accountable. When his career started collapsing, Jack launched a crypto scam to make quick cash. And when people called him out, he deleted all the proof. Think about it. When they're cornered, they'll try anything to squeeze money from the audience. Jack's situation has sunk so far that now he says even his girlfriend is just using him for money. He's admitted this in front of her mother. Entitled girl is using you for money. Chrissy's mom, what do you think? I don't think she's using you. Yeah, well, I've spent 10 racks on her, paid her rent, everything. Financially, he's at rock bottom. Even before this, his ex-girlfriend McKinley was draining his focus, and his income fell hard. When I met her, I was making $1.5 million a month. Now, maybe 1/10 of that. This is why you hardly see Jack Dye on YouTube anymore. The Jack Dye of today is nothing like the one who made millions every month and lived like a king. He's getting crushed day by day, and at this rate, it won't be long before he disappears from the internet completely. What's your take on it?